Welcome to Hot Got Tap Podcast. It's actually 153. I need some help from Mr. Sam Wu to figure some things out. He's got a listen. Sam Wu is a busy man, and he doesn't get to do everything. But we really appreciate everything he does for us. But
I do have
he
to
slacked
say
off
that
on this one.
the title still applies.
The title still applies, very
Tampa
much
does
so.
suck, and Schwinn
And I have beer.
But yeah, it just Sam's he's kind of stepped on it this past couple weeks, and I think I need to help him more behind the backgrounds. I mean, you schmucks definitely aren't going to help me, so I got to do something myself. But here we are. Actually, let's get into the rest of this, right? So obviously, Hot Cut Tap episode 153. I did it again. I'm your host, Bill Dean. Of course, here with my two co-hosts, Schwartz
For now.
is going to be here in 15 minutes, but we have Steven and Schwim.
Mm-hmm.
You can find us on Twitter, Instagram,
Correct.
Facebook, YouTube, Apple and Google Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. If you'd be so kind, please leave us a 5-star review, thumbs up, whatever you want to do. It makes Schwim feel good at night. But
It does.
Gentlemen, what are we drinking today?
Guys, I'm doing it. I'm going to do it because I need to do it quickly I guess, well, at some point. But thanks to our co-host Shorts guy, the kindness of his heart, he got me a Pennsylvania tuxedo.
God, I love it. I love it. There it is.
It goes with your sweatshirt, sort of.
It does actually kind of match, except this is white and not black. But I guess it goes.
That is,
You know what? I think that would actually go really well with
that.
your Ron Burgundy onesie.
Yeah, it would.
Yes.
I'm not putting that on right now, though. This is a pale ale brewed with spruce tips, and when I say this is like drinking a Christmas tree,
Oh, it is.
it is like drinking a Christmas tree. So,
Yep.
This is however 1 pint full. So wish me luck. There goes nothing.
Good luck, buddy. Schwimmer.
Also,
That's also
from
8.5
our good friend Shorts guy, I got the Let's Go Devils podcast beer and Crew Brew. Shorts guy gave
I
this
need
to me
mine.
last week. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
you
lager.
guys had it when we did the live podcast
craft lager.
When we did the live stream
Yes.
of the game. You guys had it. The winners got that right. And because I was so nice enough to jump on and try to comment on some horrible hockey play, I also get one. I just haven't seen Shorts guy yet, so I'm very excited. I am gonna drink churro.
Okay.
Churro. It is
Long delay.
Slushy XL smoothie style sour ale, boysenberry, sweet cherry, and cinnamon. It is not. It does not have lactose in it. No,
I don't believe
no
you
lactose.
For 1 second.
It's because they actually do the puree, so it's very frothy. It is blue or red. That was like a deep red.
It's a deep burn.
Oh, it's delicious. The cinnamon, ooh, sweet cherry, and boysenberry.
I'm too scared to have a sip.
No, you just gotta go for it sometimes.
Did I not check into this? Twice?
Um.
What's the matter with me?
Oh man. You go on to like Twitter because I wanted to pull up that trade that just happened. We're going to talk about it in a second. But here, let's get what's on tap for today's episode. Here's our weekly snapshot. So you pull up Twitter and all of a sudden you see breaking news: a significant explosion has taken place in a hotel in Fort Texas where there's mass casualty incident. Just depressing. This year has already been wicked crazy with the plane with the door that blew off and everything that's going on. But luckily, we have some hockey news that's happened. And obviously, we've been away a couple weeks, enjoying the festivities. Hope everybody had a great New Year. Whatever holiday you celebrated, Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, everything. Rosh Hashanah, hopefully all went well. But hockey news, we had a big signing today and a what I actually think is a pretty big trade in terms of prospects.
Trade.
Yeah, trade. Not when you think of like star power, but I think these two guys could become stars. So the significant signing, Michael Nylander, son, William Nylander. Yep, it's Michael's son.
Yeah, you had to bring him in first. Right.
Yeah, signs an 8-year, $92 million contract, $11.5 million per year. Listen, does he deserve it? Yes, he's playing lights out. He played great last year, and this is kind of just what you're paying now for a star hockey player. And Nylander is a star, but between 4 players, they have like
I don't know how they
$40
can afford
million. I don't understand how it's possible. And
I don't know how do they turn the lights on every game?
I
all the
don't
money
know.
tied up in these players.
But you talk about like Edmonton Oilers and their signing of 2 stars, which takes up a lot of their cap, and a couple other idiots. Toronto's so much worse. Like they literally have, and I'm trying to just get it for right now, but so 11.6 for this year for Austin Matthews, 11 for Tavares, and 10.9 for Marner. Next year is when the big contracts come in. So you have 13.25 for Matthews, 11 for Tavares, 11 for Marner, and then 11.5 now for Nylander. So you have over $40 million between 4 players. $44 million for 4 players. And next year, Marner's contract comes off the books. Same thing with Tavares. I mean, Tavares is going to be gone. They're not going to sign him for $11 million per. But Marner, looking what Nylander just got, he's going to want 12, 13, 14, 12 or 13. It just, I don't know how they do it.
Well, it's significantly over the cap.
Start trading.
You don't count.
Start trading
LTIR.
people away.
Right? You got Tyler Bertuzzi for $5.5 this year, but then he's a free agent. Max Domi's $3 million, then he's a free agent. Matthew Nyes is a rookie ELC. Same thing with Nick Robertson, which they're going to utilize both those guys. Morgan Riley's a $7.5 million defenseman. Brody's off after this year. They also, what's the other big contract they have? The guys on IR. Jake Muzzin's off the end of this year. Matt Murray's off the end of this year. John Klingberg's off the end of this year. So they have some cap coming off, but Jesus, just like 4 players is nuts. You guys, anything else quickly on Nylander?
No.
I'm just
what are you laughing at?
Struggle over here.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
She's trying to get by it. It's incredibly difficult.
Oh, speaking of incredibly difficult, I haven't taken a sip yet.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be incredibly difficult.
You better.
All right.
I want to see your initial reaction.
Delicious and lovely. We should be expecting Shorts Guy relatively soon. He said he would let me know.
He's got a bitter beer face after one sip.
Bitter beer face.
Oh man,
that's what it'll do to you.
It's Christmas all over again.
Don't you love it?
Mine's delicious and refreshing. Yeah.
All right, so the big trade, and we said, not in terms of names, but for significant pieces going one way. Flyers acquiring Jamie Drysdale, defenseman who was taken 3 years ago in the first round, top 5, and a second-round pick in the 2025 NHL drafts, not this year, but next year, for Anaheim, to Anaheim in exchange for Cutter Gauthier, who was selected in last year's draft, and we all kind of like Cutter Gauthier. We were actually really pissed off that he went to Philly because he is that traditional power forward, right? 6'2", he plays with an edge. I know, Steven, we all both think Jimmy Drysdale has tremendous talent, but you were saying, that, defensemen, some teams just mess them up, right? Or they don't develop as they should. You see guys taken, in the top, 5 to 10 picks in traditional drafts, defensemen with huge upside. And really, there's only 5. We actually named them from 2017, which was Cale Makar's draft, that have actually lived up to the billing so far. But go ahead, Steve. What do you think about this trade overall?
So
I like it from Anaheim's perspective.
I think so. I think you're right. I think both teams win, and I'll tell you. I know you shared with us the tweet somebody shared the tweet from Elliot Friedman regarding this. Yeah. But I was watching. For those who weren't watching NHL Network, they actually showed Daniel Briere talking, doing a presser about this trade, and he flat out said it was a couple months after the draft that Cutter Gauthier said he did not want to play for the Flyers. And I think then he said, don't quote me on this. I'm paraphrasing everything he said. A few months later, he said, yeah, I'm in. I'm going to be a Flyer. And then a couple months after that, changed his mind again. and then it got to the point where he cut off basically all communication with the Flyers and hasn't spoken to them in the last few months, including at the Worlds when they tried to reach out to him. So obviously, I don't want to give Philadelphia credit for anything. Everybody knows that, but
that's bullshit.
Daniel Briere had obviously no choice, right? I know you don't want to lose Cutter Gauthier, and you're like, why are you giving up Cutter Gauthier already? Jamie Drysdale, yes, he's already playing in the NHL, so he's quote unquote NHL ready. He's had some significant injuries already, which is kind of concerning, but shows obviously flashes. He'd be that number one guy, power play running right-handed defenseman. But they also got a second round pick out of it, which is pretty good. So.
Yeah.
As much as I don't want to give the Flyers credit, I think the Flyers actually did. I think Cutter
Good
Gauthier is legitimate. He's got, I think, 24 points in 17 games in collegiate this year, which is very good for college hockey. So Anaheim definitely wins acquiring Cutter Gauthier, but with Philadelphia having no choice because Cutter Gauthier just wasn't going to play for them, and being able to acquire Drysdale, who has tremendous upside, and also that second round pick. So, like you said, I was going to give Anaheim the edge here, but I actually probably give the Flyers the edge here because they got potentially something very substantial for a guy who just was never going to play for them. So, good for them. Good for Briere, I guess. But, F the Flyers.
In the World Juniors, he had 12 points in 7 games, 2 goals, 10 assists. Boston College, you said 23 points in 17 games, and then last year, Boston College as a freshman, he had 37 in 32 games. He's really good forward. But Drysdale, nothing to be angry about as a Flyers fan. Anaheim, he's got 5 points this year. In 10 games, he's had a bunch of injuries. Last year, he only played in 8 games, but in his rookie season, his true rookie season, he had 24 games played in 2020, 2021. The guy's only 21 years old, by the way.
The injuries
but in 21, yeah, in 21-22, 82 games, he had 32 points as essentially a rookie, which is really good for a number one defenseman. But yeah, he needs to stay healthy. He's had some injury history. But this is the guy, uber talented. Erie Otters, I mean, he was almost a point per game player for them. And then at the World Juniors, he was, lights out as the number one defenseman for a couple of years there for their U20 teams. I like it for both sides. I do like Cutter Gauthier. Like I said, when they got him at number 5, I think the two of us, well, 4 of us really, we're not very happy.
Yeah.
Because it's a guy with a lot of talent that you don't want to see on Philly, just like, this year with what's his name that went to Philly, the Russian.
Michkov.
Michkov, thank you.
Whenever he can make his way over here. Whenever and if he can make his way over here.
Yeah, so. But yeah, Elliot Friedman said apparently Philly has had a lot of trouble trying to meet with Gauthier at the World Juniors. Belief was he preferred not to play there, so the Flyers made this deal.
I'm surprised that Briere came out flat out and said that. I'm not too crazy about that, to be completely honest, but at the same time, I mean, every player, you're drafted. Every player has a choice whether or not you want to play for the team. I guess it's your choice where the hell you want to play. It's not your choice where you're drafted. You're just kind of drafted.
Yeah.
But you can be in charge of your career, and I get that. But yeah, refusing to play for the team that drafted you is kind of, not a great way to start your career.
I'll say it's a dick move. It's a dick move.
Yeah, it happens more than people think.
Yeah.
And even with someone like Philip Forsberg, who did not want to play for Washington, and now is going to potentially play his entire career in Nashville.
Yeah, but I would say with someone like Phil Forsberg and Adam Fox, because he also did this to Calgary, right?
Calgary.
They didn't refuse to talk to them though, and they went around and made this easier. Yeah. They tried to help out. They played in the minors. They made that's the difference. Not having any communication with the team that drafted you. How about trying to help them out so that they can get a better deal for you? Because clearly,
good on Briere for pulling the trigger when he did, and not
great job.
Really. Should we wait till his kid changes his mind? Is he going to change his mind again? Maybe he would, maybe he wouldn't. But Briere, I think it's fair, but is it professional? Is what Gauthier did professional? I don't know.
No,
but we all know that what Briere did is kind of borderline. You don't really go into specifics like that as far as communication goes. But he did the right thing. I don't
mind calling a kid out on that. I don't mind it.
Yeah, and you know what? That's Flyer fans might have been disgruntled about giving up a guy like Cutter Gauthier.
Yeah,
because I wouldn't want
they
to.
definitely were.
You just drafted the kid. I would be upset about it, and hearing like this, that through rumor mills or whatever, him flat out saying it. I guess it gives Flyer fans peace of mind if that exists in Flyers land, but Flyer fan land.
No, they'll never be happy.
Yeah, they're about to fire Nick Sirianni if they lose their playoff game after he just made the Super Bowl last year, which is crazy.
Which
Philly can never have anything nice and shiny.
I think they're going to lose
too. It's great. I mean, Philly, lison, your defense, Jimmy Drysdale and Cam York is going to be a really good, top
probably.
four.
Probably Sanheim, Drysdale is your top pair.
Yeah, I just meant, overall having a top four that involves Cam York and Jimmy Drysdale with Travis Sanheim is pretty decent.
And they need a power play guy. They need a power play guy.
I think that's what Jimmy Drysdale is going to be
right now.
Yeah, that's what they're hoping Drysdale. I mean, that's what they hoped Ryan Ellis would be, but that's been a complete disaster.
That's been a mess.
Yeah, no, I feel bad for Ryan Ellis, but it is great that Philly gives out the what they did. Who did they give up for Ryan Ellis? It was
I don't remember who was in that trade. I don't think it was anybody.
It was the guy that went to Shrim's team afterwards, defenseman. Oh man. Who's the defenseman that Shrim went to you?
Yes, I know exactly.
Felipe Myers.
Yes.
And Nolan Patrick.
Yeah.
And then the Predators dealt Nolan Patrick for Cody Glass from the Golden Knights. So it's technically a 3-team trade.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Let's get on a little more stuff. So you had the trades. I wanted to, and I'm waiting for Shorts guy. But
Parker, everybody forgets Rasmus Ristolainen is still there because he stinks.
Oh, there's Shorts. Here, let me pull this big guy in. Shorts guy.
Yeah, there he is.
There he is. Look at that sly SOB. You're lovely, bud. All right, you're just in time. We talked quickly about the trade between Philly and Anaheim, and we also talked about the lovely contract that William Nylander got, which it just blows our mind that Toronto's paying $44 million for 4 players.
I counted that up to that's wild.
Yeah, it's craziness. Here we are, and I have a power rankings for you guys, and I wanted to try out, see what you guys thought. Obviously, beginning of the new year,
number one.
The beginning of the new year, and who's doing what, who's doing well, and so I figured I'd get throw this guys on you. And then Shrim, I got some pretty good trivia. You'll like this in a little bit too. Power rankings.
Oh.
I did it into 5 categories. I did it
Here we
into
go.
contenders, which contenders meaning they could win the Stanley Cup.
Gee,
Playoff teams.
the top of the pile.
Hold on. Playoff teams, which could win a round in the playoffs. I put could win a round depending on what happens. Bubble/middling. So this is on the cusp of playoffs, kind of meh, right?
Pittsburgh Penguins.
Hold on.
Tampa Bay Lightning.
Dumpster fire. Dumpster
Penguins.
fire, which is number 4. And then 5, San Jose.
Oh.
San Jose.
5, San Jose. So here are the teams.
Is there a Kirk Cousins category?
There might be. San Jose division is the Blackhawks, and that's it.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're bad.
I also put San Jose too, but it would be funny if it was just Blackhawks and it was San Jose. So Blackhawks and San Jose, the 2 worst teams, I think.
I
might even put Ottawa down there. Ottawa's been friggin' garbage.
But they still have some sort of...
Ottawa's stronger than San Jose and
yeah, but I mean, I'm talking about this year. They're not going anywhere. They're going to be in the
they're not.
basement again.
They're not. I'll call them a dumpster fire. I'm not going to
So
call them a
my
San
dumpster
Jose.
fire
Tampa's a
division.
dumpster fire.
My
Tampa's
dumpster fire division. Ducks,
Yep.
Jackets, Senators, Canadians, Blues, Wild, and the Flames.
I don't think the Blues are a dumpster fire.
They're not. Have you seen them recently? They ain't stinking. They fired their coach.
Yeah, but
not good.
I know, but they're better actually after firing.
You'd put them in the bubble middling tier.
Yeah, in the West.
They're kind of right there.
All right. Well,
The West is a
first
weird
one.
conference.
Bubble teams. Bubble/middling. Kraken, Oilers, Coyotes, Predators, Capitals, Red Wings, Flyers, Devils, and Penguins.
I don't agree.
I don't either.
All right, so
yeah.
dispute. Go ahead. Which teams?
I don't like the Flyers.
Out or in?
To be honest,
You don't think the Flyers are a bubble team?
No.
You
I wouldn't
put
call
them
them a dumpster fire though.
Playoff
So, okay,
contenders?
yeah, I'll keep them. No, I wouldn't call them a dumpster fire. So maybe bubble, sure.
Okay.
They're in a spot right now, but
So, Steven, you did say your
change.
Penguins were. You actually said dumpster fire first. I don't think they're that bad, but
no, I didn't say
you're okay with
Schwinn.
the bubble. Oh, that's right.
I said Tampa's a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
You okay with the bubble / middling for
Yeah.
the
right now? At
Penguins?
least, yeah.
Okay.
Until they can.
Shorts?
I mean, they look unstoppable. They can beat anybody, and then they look like like they did against friggin' Buffalo the other night.
Yes. Terrible.
Yeah.
I
Well,
saw the game. That was bad.
with our injury list, it looks like a roster of a good team, and our defense that is pretty crap, and goaltenders
You guys
that
stink.
are
Your
not.
IR is solid though right now.
Yeah.
IRs. our IR is one of the best in the league.
As a
People are
playoff
claiming
contender.
that the Jack Hughes injury is retribution for Connor Bedard. I didn't think that was a bad hit.
No,
It was just an unfortunate, very good hit that just put
don't
out
know who's-
one of the best young players.
I don't. Whoever's saying that doesn't actually know. the
Chicago
game
Blackhawks
because-
fans are saying it.
Of course, they are.
Chicago. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course they are. They're also
there's
ignoring
there's
the
a
fact
variety of people
They're-
calling it.
Yeah, there are.
it's
reckless.
not. It was a clean hit. You know, it was a clean
Yes, it
hit.
was.
Brendan Smith is taller than him. Just happened to
Yep.
not work out in his favor. But yeah, the way the Devils look right now with the injuries, I mean, our top defensemen are out. We have a bunch of rookies playing defense. Our goaltenders, we can't figure out who's going to be the starter, who's going to step up. So
And the guy
yeah,
you just
we're a
called
bubble
up is
team.
hurt.
Yeah,
It's-
Clark, right? Brent Clark's brother. I forgot his name.
Dawes. No, Dawes.
Yeah.
You just
Oh,
called up
Nigel
Dawes,
Dawes.
and he's already hurt.
He just got hurt, right?
The Devils also called up Brent Clark's brother.
Yeah,
I forgot
Graham.
his name.
Yeah,
Graham
Graham.
Clark.
But
Clark?
they sent him back down for this week, and they brought up
they did?
Kincaid?
Willman. No, they brought up Willman. Dawes being hurt, that's news to me. I haven't had time to pay attention in the last 48 hours, so if that came out today, then I missed that one. The Devils just are hit by this injury bug that they just can't get out of, and it's annoying as anything. It's annoying as all hell.
Could be the style.
Schwim.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I did not have your Lightning in the contenders
In any category.
or actually in the bubble category.
They're technically a
Uh,
bubble team right now, but they are
So
much worse than
I
that.
still took the pedigree and I put them in the next tier, which is the playoff category, which has the Islanders, Jets, Kings, Hurricanes, Leafs, and Bolts.
No, Tampa is not a playoff team.
Okay.
The way they're
Alright.
playing right
Are you
now,
guys-
they're not going to make the playoffs.
Are you guys
think they're
okay
gonna
with the
They're going to keep
Leafs,
sliding.
Isles,
Leafs,
Jets,
definitely.
Kings, Hurricanes?
Jets are like the best team in the league.
Yeah, but I still
Yeah.
don't think they're
The
true
Jets
Stanley
have
Cup
let the
contenders.
Jets. I just saw the Jets have let in 3 or fewer goals in 29 consecutive games.
Yeah,
That's
That's
crazy.
really good.
29 consecutive games, 3 or fewer
Damn
goals.
good.
That is crazy stat.
That's
So would
like,
you put them in the contenders
win a
category?
championship with that? I would.
In the
You think
yeah,
they're
for
legit
sure. In the
Stanley Cup
West, I think
contenders?
they. I think they
I
can.
think if-
Yes, because
Once
I
they
think
get
they can
some of their guys
legitimately.
back, yes.
I think they can legitimately make it to the Stanley Cup, and that's all you have
The
to do
team-
to be a contender.
The
Yeah.
team that I actually had hesitation not putting in the Stanley Cup is the Kings, because the Kings have been really good 5-on-5. I don't know that their young guys will step it up and be the true Stanley Cup contenders, but they're also a team that I was thinking about putting up there. I couldn't put the Hurricanes in there because of the goaltending situation. I couldn't put the Islanders because they can't hold a lead. The Leafs can't defend.
Good.
So I left these teams in the playoff categories.
The
But
Leafs
yeah,
have
I could see
no
Jets and
goaltending.
Kings.
Yeah, Leafs still don't.
All
have
right,
a
so-
goalie.
So Stanley Cup contenders, that leaves the Canucks, Knights, Avalanche, Stars, Rangers, Bruins, and Panthers.
Who would have thought the Canucks would be Stanley Cup contenders at the beginning of the
And
season?
Yeah, they've been-
the Panthers too. Even they started out pretty
Panthers
loud.
on
They've
a
been
roll
really
right
good.
now.
They've
Yeah,
been,
they've
been rolling.
rolling.
My
And also
hope
in
is
the
that
West-
the Devils My hope is that the Devils can do what the Panthers did last year and just kind of show up at the end and just squeak in. That's my hope. That's the hope I have left right now.
That's a lot of people's hopes because those teams are the most dangerous typically. But also at the same time, the Florida didn't really go on a roll to make it. They kind of just stumbled their way in because Pittsburgh decided to just here you go. Here's the door. It's wide open for you. Come on in.
I mean, the big surprise
to hold the door for Florida.
Big surprise with
Very
Florida. Obviously, Barkov has 43 points in 36 games. For Hage's done
Reinhardt.
well. He's got a point per game.
Reinhardt, yeah.
Sam Reinhardt
He's
has
been
50 points in 39 games.
Yeah,
and
that's wild.
Kachuk has 35 and 39. Kachuk hasn't even given you his best yet. So
he
Panthers
was not playing
dangerous.
well in the beginning of the season. He only just started to turn it up as this winning streak that they're on now. He's been playing a lot better. In the beginning, he had nothing.
Yeah,
And now
Lindell
he's
hasn't
turned
been
it up.
great as their third center. E2 Luosterainen. I always mess up his name. He hasn't been great either. They have guys that could easily start making a difference on this team and be very dangerous. And you just got Barkov. I'm sorry, Barkov. Goaltending, obviously, you have Bobrovsky has done well. Stolarz has been the backup, and you still have Knight who could come back at some point and kind of help out in the stretch run.
I hope so.
So overall, I don't think you guys were too upset with my list there. No, a couple teams here or there, but
I do have to say, I'd still keep them in the contenders, but Colorado and Vegas just randomly get smoked. And it's kind of alarming.
Yeah, they do.
Because you don't see it coming, and you don't see it coming from the teams that are annihilating them. Like Colorado just got annihilated, was it last night or Saturday night by Florida? They lost 8-4 or something.
Last night, wasn't it?
It was last night, yeah.
And also, Boston
didn't they lose another game
scoring.
a little bit ago, 7-0 to somebody?
Yeah, I don't know. They've gotten both Colorado and Vegas have gotten annihilated on a couple occasions at least. It's weird.
Yeah. Boston.
And I think
Boston
I
put
think
a
it's
5
that.
spot
I
on
think
the
it's that
Devils in no time.
goaltending thing. Neither of them have elite goaltending, so.
Florida Panthers 8-2 in their last 10.
Parker said.
Winnipeg Jets 8-0-2 in their last 10. Both have been kicking ass recently. Actually, Seattle Kraken's also 8-0-2 in their last 10, including winning the Winter Classic over Vegas.
Yeah, that was a damn good game.
They're tied for a wild card spot right now.
It was the least viewed Winter Classic in the history of the Winter Classic.
I didn't watch it,
and it also for the
I
first time ever.
The
first time ever since it started. It is not the most viewed game of the season either.
Yeah,
that's the first time ever since it's been a thing.
First shutout, though.
Did you watch it, Steve?
Did you watch it?
Yeah. So I liked what Seattle did.
I
don't have cable, so I can watch it
during the second period, but it was on, so I watched it. So
I liked what the design, what they did. They made it look like a sunken ship. It was pretty cool. I liked them throwing the fish across where the players were walking across. I was really hoping a fish would hit one of the guys in the face. It would have been very funny.
That's great.
But,
great tradition.
Yeah, that's
real cool.
That's the great stuff.
I hope next time they throw friggin' dog carcasses across the runway. That'd be even better.
Well, all right. We'll get off that one on a little bit, but yeah, I understand from your perspective.
No, real cool. A lot of fun, Dean. A lot of fun.
All right, Western Conference.
Maybe a husky puppy can hit whoever in the face next time.
A live one, hopefully.
No, dead.
Central, Western Conference Central Division. Winnipeg Jets leading at 56 points. You have Avalanche at 53 and Dallas Stars at 49. Oh, Vancouver just scored. God damn it. Pacific.
Playing you?
That's what you get. See what happens, Dean?
Yeah.
Karma.
Good.
Capital
Good.
K.
Elias Pettersson, so nasty.
Good.
He just scored.
Go Vancouver. Go Vancouver.
It is weird.
Brock Besser just put the check from Trouba.
Pettersson. The players on oh wow, you blew it. The players on Vancouver, just the random players whose careers you just thought nothing of, are actually having real solid seasons.
Yeah, Besser's been great.
Besser's been great. Pius Suter's doing excellent. Teddy Bluger's doing well. Sam Lafferty's doing really well.
Yeah.
Veronic, it's just they're scoring from everywhere. Everyone's
I was
pretty.
I remember that last year. I was very, very surprised that Detroit traded him.
I'm still surprised. Unless you
No,
have
Hronek.
Unless you have another Cutter Gauthier situation. I don't know.
Well, they traded him.
Who knows?
Is it 3-2 or 4-2?
Did they trade it?
Vancouver.
4-2. 4-2.
Yeah.
Oh, why did Rangers score? Or you see something I don't see?
What? Oh. No, I said, is it 3-2 or 4-2? Because the NHL Network showing 3-2.
4-2. With Philip Hronek, I think they had just signed a defenseman, so they needed to make room, and that's why they did it. They got 2 draft picks for him, 4th and I don't know, something else. But yeah, it's not a good.
I don't often question Stevie Y, but that's I don't know.
Some of the decisions he's made are head scratchers, but overall, I think Stevie Y usually does a good job. But like some of his things don't work out. Like some things he takes chances on. Like the one year he signed for Tampa, I remember Anders Lindback showing he's like, he's going to be our new starter and everything. That didn't work out at all. He's had first round draft picks that he's taken.
I don't know that
he played, and then
I know he played. I didn't know if he was ever like the starter though.
Yeah, he was like he went to the season as like their number 1, and then completely fizzled out.
Who was that other awful goalie that they had that came in
Mike
for
Smith?
like a cup of coffee? No, well,
Tampa legend.
I think it might have been.
Maybe
it was after. I think it was before Bishop. Oh man, and
I'm trying to think.
It's kind of a joke in his tweets. Oh man, it's not. No, Eddie Lack is kind of a joke, but no, it's somebody else.
Wasn't there.
Who the heck else was it?
Eddie Lack.
Oh man,
Tampa.
I can't think. Yeah.
He
wasn't there for long, but he was brought in to be the starter, and he was real bad. I don't think
this
it
is
was
before
Lindback. It was somebody
before
else.
Vasti.
Somebody else. Before Bishop.
Yeah,
before Bishop.
Vasti was
during
drafted
Bishop.
like when during Bishop's tenure there. I don't know. I'm trying to think of who the hell it could have been.
Yeah, who was in that little carousel of goaltenders? And somebody was supposed to be like good,
Mark
and
Denis?
then I think no, that was way before.
I don't know. I'm
What
just
team
trying
is
to think of short-lived Tampa goalies.
I don't even know how to like Google.
There were plenty of them.
Figure out who this was.
Yeah. Matthew Garon, was he there?
No.
Yeah, Matthew
I like
Garon was
Garon.
there.
Garon had a decent career.
Live Tampa goalies.
List of all the Tampa Bay goaltenders. So what year, Steven?
You got one? Maybe when was that? Maybe
pre-Vasti.
2013-ish or so, around there. 2010.
So 2010. So you got Peter Budaj. You have Ben Bishop.
Wow.
You have
Budaj.
This is all through Sebastian Caron.
Nope.
Cedric Desjardins.
Nope.
Dan Ellis. Matthew Garon.
Ellis? No, it was Dan Ellis. Yeah, it was Dan Ellis. Yeah.
Dan Ellis.
You're right. Oh, he was so bad.
2011. Oh man, look at these
they've
goaltenders.
had quite a lot of misses.
Shrim, do you know how many goaltenders they've had in their entire existence as Tampa Bay Lightning?
93.
Many.
Give me a number.
I just say
Darren Pupa.
He's the only one that matters.
What number is Dan Pupa? No, I said how many goaltenders have had? Oh no, not 93. They've had 53 goaltenders in their existence.
That's close.
Wow. 53.
Yep.
None of them are named Shorts guy.
That's also crazy. Nathan McKinnon has a 21-game home point streak.
Yes.
Wow.
Nathan McKinnon. I heard this analogy. They call him a rhino. He's he just runs so angry and like plotting. He is nasty. I love watching Nathan McKinnon play hockey. Everything is so violent. Shrim, your wins leader, Andrei Vasilevsky. Who's number 2? Vasi with 272 career wins. The next guy has 131. Played for 5 years with Tampa.
Oh, Hobby Boone?
No, Hobby Bulin is number 3 with 83.
Who the hell's number 2? Does Bishop have that many wins?
Ben Bishop, 131 wins.
That's
Your boy
surprising.
Darren Pupa, number 4 with 77.
An awesome career in Tampa.
Well, talk about injury. He was the friggin' injury superstar.
Yeah.
He was a
Vezina
Trophy candidate every year when he was healthy.
Yeah.
Lost out to Jim Carrey the 1 year.
Even in Dallas. In Dallas, he was incredible. He did win a Vezina, right? Didn't he win one in Dallas? Ben Bishop?
Who, Bishop?
Yeah.
I don't know if he won one. I think he was nominated a lot, but I don't think he actually won.
Yeah, I don't think he won either. I forgot Olaf Kolzig played for you guys. He had 2 wins.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did he play? Really? Did he really?
Nabokov, 2, had 3 wins.
Nabokov, yep. I remember him coming there.
Peter Budaj,
way past
6.
Way past his prime. He was there.
Yeah, past.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dan Clucci had 12.
I love Dan.
How many wins did Kevin Weeks have for Tampa?
He had 23.
Yeah.
Anders Lindback. I remember when you had him. It was like the two tallest goaltenders, him and Vasi together. Are monsters. All right, let's get back to what a little on track. Pacific Division, Vancouver Canucks lead with 53 points. Vegas Golden Knights 51, and then LA Kings at 46. So far in the Western Conference, in the wild card, you have the Nashville Predators, and you have the Edmonton Oilers at 41 points, tied with St. Louis Blues and Seattle Kraken. Each have 41. Coyotes at 40.
See, Coyotes right there.
Eastern Conference. Boston Bruins, Florida Panthers, Toronto Maple Leafs, 54, 52, and 47 respectively. In the Metro, you got the Rangers, Hurricanes, and Flyers, 54, 49, and 46. Wild card, you have the Islanders and actually the Devils, 44 points, 6-2 behind Philly. Washington has 44, Detroit has 44, Tampa 43, Pittsburgh 42. Man, Ottawa Senators 28 points, San Jose Sharks 21.
Freaking garbage.
They stank.
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, I don't know.
Too much turnover. New owners.
San Jose Sharks 0, 10, and 0 in their last 10.
It's pretty good.
Also, when did
0, 10,
I
0.
can't remember his name.
0.0.
What'd you say, Shrum? Steve again?
There's I was wondering when I'm watching this is on the Flyers.
All 3 of our names there.
Yeah.
One of you.
He's a true dad.
That's a typical dad move right there.
Well, I say that's actually what my mom does. My mom just keeps saying names until she gets one of us right. It's a great move.
And then eventually just turns to a hey, just you over there.
Hey,
just
you.
Do it. Hey, you. Just go do it.
Or like in My Cousin Vinny, Mr.
Oh my God.
Tipton. That was one of the most underrated, greatest movie scenes ever. That whole guy.
My Cousin Vinny.
That character is probably one of the most underrated.
He's so freaking great at that part.
R.I.P. too, just like everybody else in that damn movie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like everyone in that movie's pretty much dead, except for Marissa Tomei and
it's the main characters.
Yeah, the 2 main characters, and Ralph Macchio
and Pesci.
Ralph Macchio. All right, quickly some stats. A couple of things. Kucherov leading in points, still 67. McKinnon 65. Artemi Panarin 55. Pasternak 55 and Nylander 54. Goals against average. Aiden Hill 183. 193. He's killing it in Vegas. Charlie Lindgren with Washington, although he hasn't had as many starts, only 15. Talbot doing great with LA. Joey Decord with Seattle.
Yep.
And then Jeremy Swayman. We'll talk about the All-Stars in 2 seconds.
Even Swayman got smoked the other night.
Yeah, he did. I think I sent it to you guys. If I do... Hold on. Where was it? It was... Alexander Georgiev leads the NHL in wins. He's also 38th in save percentage with an .898.
Oh,
yeah, he's probably the one in goal when they got. I told you they get annihilated on random nights, but and then sometimes they'll win.
And he stays in the entire time.
Yeah. That day, what's his name? Not Kachek. I want to say Kachekov. Prozatov was his name, the backup over there.
Oh yeah.
Someone with a P or something.
Pyotr Kachikov.
Yeah, never plays.
like
Never plays. Ever. Even back to backs, they're like, no, Georgiev.
Yep.
Which is odd because he's not even doing that well. But he gets the wins, so I guess that's whatever.
He's
works.
getting the wins, so he's doing something right. He's got
That's
more
the
wins than
only
us.
number of his that looks pretty good. The rest of his numbers, not so much.
Yeah, kind of questionable.
Joey Decord, though, super impressive. That Winter Classic.
He's done really well.
Lights out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I would get a Decord Winter Classic jersey if I could. The jerseys
If
are
they
sharp,
weren't like
and
$200.
yeah. Well, maybe if they go on sale, I'll get the Joey Decord jersey. But yeah, man, good for him. Good story as well, man. He's he definitely earned that shutout, first shutout in Winter Classic history. So
I like seeing these guys who are labeled as backups, career backups, whatever, or career minor leaguers, and they come up and they do, even if it's just a good run, it's nice to see. And then of course you see Aiden Hill, journeyman, who's been nothing but a backup his entire career, all of a sudden gets thrown in, wins a Stanley Cup, gets a big contract, and he's still dominating.
Yeah, good for him. I mean, it's
Didn't really
a
have
dream, right?
Khudobin.
That's a
Khudobin
dream.
got to the Cup final, got the big contract, and then stunk.
Russian shorts guy.
Yeah.
Russian shorts guy.
Maybe one day we can have you both in the same bar, shirtless, drinking beers.
Hey, and eating wings. I think he was eating wings in that picture too.
Yeah. And didn't he have like a big chain around his neck or something? He had no shirt on, but he had like a big chain around his neck.
Maybe.
I have it somewhere. It's got to be like the first thing that comes up. Let me look.
Are you Googling Russian shorts guy and he comes up?
I should.
That would be amazing.
You Googling?
Oh, there it is. One of the first pictures to come up. Khudobin, shirtless with beer and wings.
Nice.
There he is.
Russian shorts guy. I think that those are wings at least.
A couple of milestones. Nathan MacKinnon scored 4 goals and reached the 300 mark goal for his career. Did you guys see that Buffalo Sabres, they scored the 9 goals the one game after letting up 9 the previous game, which was the first time that's happened?
That's crazy.
Very good.
Buffalo would do something, have a record like that.
Yeah.
Connor McDavid with 900 points. The third fastest, I think I saw. Yeah, third fastest. Career points leaders since he got into the league. Obviously him, 900. Leon Draisaitl, 776. Nathan MacKinnon, 716. Artemi Panarin, 712. He's obviously been very good for the Rangers, and obviously before that Chicago and
until April.
Chicago and
until April.
Columbus Blue Jackets, and then Nikita Kucherov, 709, and that's obviously after missing a whole season essentially, right, Shrum?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's impressive.
And then their bullshit Stanley Cup. You had Jack Hughes before going on the IR, collecting his 30th assist of the season, his 31st game, and became the fastest player in Devils franchise history to reach that mark, besting Zach Parise's pace in 2008-2009 at 33 games.
Good.
You guys, you got to give Parise some credit. He was nasty.
Yeah, but he blew smoke up everyone's ass. I want to stay. No,
all the time.
Yeah. Should have pulled a Danny Briere. Look at how much smarter Danny Briere looks now.
Yeah,
Don't wait on these guys to friggin' go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Just pull the trigger.
Give them the money. Yes, Devils were cheap back then. Just pay them right away. You wouldn't have that issue. You guys waited until free agency.
I don't know that I had. I mean, they franchise tagged him, right? Which that is never good. Not franchise tag. What am I thinking of? Is that what the hell is it called?
Yeah, they basically it's not franchise. It's
qualifying offer, whatever the heck.
Qualifying offer.
They bring you on for 1 year.
Offer sheet them or whatever.
Yeah, 1 year.
No, not offer.
Yeah, it was
the 1 year.
No, not offer sheet.
That's not good.
Yeah, it's a qualifying offer.
But it was pretty. It was obviously it didn't matter what they were offering him. He wasn't going to stay. So that was like,
no. But he kept saying, "I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay." And
yeah, they all do that.
That's fine. Yeah,
they always say that.
If you want to go home, say it and go home.
Yeah, but maybe he wanted to stay there, but you guys didn't even come close to money.
I have no doubt in my mind that he was talking to who's the GM at the time. It wasn't Lamoriello, was it? Or was he still there?
It was.
It was Lou. Yeah.
It was Lou.
I mean, there had to have been either hints or something. There's no way what he was saying in the public is what he was saying behind closed doors. There's no way. I just don't believe it.
And Lou was the type of guy he would never divulge any information like that. He kept everything.
No, and he would never do stuff.
Yeah.
He would never do stuff.
So he's got to go out there and save face and be like, "Oh yeah, I love the Devils. I want to stay here," and blah blah blah.
And it's not the first time he let a megastar walk for nothing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what goes on behind closed doors, but I'm sure there was something, and I'm sure something could have happened. I don't know why he didn't do it, and I think he probably should have. But yeah, I mean, like we say, in the public, you're always going to say all of them are going to, they're going to bend to the fans. They're going to be like, no, I want to. Tavares did the same thing, but we're happy about that because screw the Islanders.
Yeah,
that's something we can all agree on.
The other guys that did 30 assists faster in a season, U.S. born Craig Janney with the Blues did in 21 games. Blake Wheeler with the Jets did it in 24. Patrick Kane in 26. Blake Wheeler again in 27 games with the Jets. Wow. Matthew Tkachuk last year with the Panthers did in 28 games. Brian Leetch with the Rangers, 30 games. Doug Waite, 30 games. And then you have Hughes and Johnny Gaudreau tied at 31. Couple of hits that, we didn't get the chance to talk about. I just want to quickly get you guys. Nick Cousins.
Bad.
The hit that he had on
real bad.
Not Jason Zucker. Zucker was the one who hit him afterwards, but where the guy's basically on his knees and he hits him with his hip and his head into the boards. Absolutely disgusting.
Yes. Dirty.
Nick Cousin is just trash. Yeah, Nick Cousin is trash.
What did he get? Did he get suspended?
Nothing.
Nothing. Didn't get anything.
Nothing at all?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nope.
I don't think he didn't get a penalty. I don't think he got a penalty. Did he get a penalty? I don't think he got a penalty.
I don't think he did either. Yeah, I don't think he did either.
Jesus Christ. So they didn't review that and see that, something was done wrong here?
Yeah.
Nope. Next thing you know, the league's going to be...
Department of Player Safety is a complete and utter disgrace. Complete disgrace.
Yep. Because the league cares, well, not the league, but the union fights more for the guys getting penalized than the ones that are getting slammed into the boards.
Yeah, how many times do I say that? All the NHL, between the fact that the player safety is a joke and mix it in with the NHLPA only fight for the offender, not the one who
not the offense
receiving the
next thing. So as far as the league's playbook goes, they're going to start pushing some positive Nick Cousins stuff, and they're going to showcase some kind of stupid art that he does to show he's a soft guy. He's a nice guy. It's going to be the Trouba playbook page. Oh, look, he does art. He's a soft guy. I'm really a nice guy. Oh, God.
He gardens. He's got to be a nice guy.
Yeah.
I said to you guys that. Did I send you guys that? Did I send you guys that problematic? Creating the most problematic NHL player. I sent you guys that, right?
Yeah.
It had
yes.
Galchenyuk's brain, Bennington's temper, Huberdeau's work ethic is very funny. Phil Kessel's diet, Klingberg's defense, Pat Maroon's skating, Marchand's
Is Huberdeau's work ethic really, really that bad? Though I don't know anything about his work ethic, like in practice or in
Pat Maroon's skating really that bad? He's won a inline hockey championship.
That is true. Right? Yeah. The two funnier ones, though, Jacob Trouba's elbow and then Mike Hoffman's wife is very funny. Whoever wrote this is
know the reference of that. I was going to ask about
his wife is a psycho. You got to take a look at she'll post stuff about Hoffman and stuff and how the teammates are terrible. It's very funny. And then the other hit was on Cole Perfetti by Nick Cousins, Ryan Hartman, where he two-handed him in the face. You guys see that?
As retribution.
I heard about that one, but I didn't see it.
Yeah. So
no, it wasn't a two hands to the face. It was like
it was a stick to the face. Yeah, on the face. Yeah. So anyways,
but two hand. I'm thinking two hand is like this, but yeah.
Sorry. Yes.
I guess
you're right.
It still is two hands.
Well, so
what?
So
bang.
And the story is that a couple games before you had
nice
who's the defenseman that cross-checked Kaprizov twice in the side, and you heard him, and Kaprizov went on IR. So.
Yeah,
Nick,
I remember seeing that.
Nick Cousins. Ryan Hartman goes up to Perfetti in the faceoff circle while Perfetti is mic'd, by the way, and says, "You're a really nice kid, blah blah blah. I feel bad about this, but I'm going to high stick you in the face." And Perfetti is just like, what? And then the face off. It was Brendan Dillon, by the way, who cross-checked Kaprizov in the face.
Yes.
Who cross-checked Kaprizov in the side. But anyways, so Hartman doesn't even try on the face-off. Perfetti wins it, and he just two-hand right up real quick, right in his face, got stitches.
No, I'll give him credit. It looked like he tried to win the face-off at the same time.
It looked like he wasn't trying.
He went back and then straight up into the face.
Straight up.
Marty's the biggest goon in the league, apparently.
Yeah, Marty does that type of stuff. Is dropping a puck, just pretending to actually go after the guy after the puck.
Brendan Dillon is another perfect example of somebody who is just completely reckless and like borderline dirty, if not fully dirty, and just gets away with it every time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm assuming he didn't get penalized or suspended either.
Nope.
Yeah,
nothing.
No, there's nothing. There is nothing. The player safety just doesn't exist. And then you get Zucker. I mean, I didn't like the boarding that Zucker did. It was obviously retribution, which those dinosaurs. It was Jamal Mayers and who else that were saying that
he's an idiot.
Oh my god, that was the stupidest.
Give me a
he's so
break.
stupid.
And I liked what what's her name said?
Jen Botterill.
Yeah, Botterill. She was great. She was like, "Are you serious?"
She was incredible.
Really
yes, she put them right in their place.
Amazing.
And it was fantastic.
Yeah, those
two. Who was there? It was
Sam
Cosentino. Friggin'
Cosentino.
Yeah, he's a moron most of the time too.
Yeah. So dumb.
I was gonna say, was Bieksa there too? Because sometimes he says
no, it wasn't Bieksa. No, Bieksa actually agreed with Botterill.
He agreed with
Freeman.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
I was trying to think. Wasn't there a third person there?
It was another girl. It was the hostess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was.
Yeah, I remember Constantino and what's his face?
Yeah,
Jamal Mayers,
and it was.
And then she's like, "So if your son was the one that got done to," he's like, "Well, yeah, it's within the code." I'm like, "Are you serious, dude?
Yeah.
Like, really?
Get the hell out of here!"
Come on. Just crazy.
I'm so tired of this, like this whole like the
why they have
getting
these
soft and stuff.
Yeah, and it's coming from these shitty players.
Players are and players are like we're trying to prevent players from getting these horrible traumatic head injuries that have been so prevalent in the past. So now we're trying to do something about it, and apparently that's soft because these dinosaurs can't get over the fact that full-out blows to the head are part of the game. It's insane, and the only time that it's not okay is if it happens against your team.
But then the worst part is when these things happen, the players don't get any type of penalty against them. They don't get any type of suspension. The league does nothing. Nothing.
So you're trying to eliminate that from the game, but it's like, and the league to its.
I don't think they are. I don't think they're trying to eliminate it.
No.
No. You think that they are with what they implement,
what they've said over the years.
On paper,
tried to do.
What they implement on paper and what they say. But even like as you see how the league's faster. It's more skilled. Those like enforcers, they like just don't exist anymore. But then you have these guys who are ride a fine line, like a Brendan Dillon or like a Jacob Trouba or like a Nick Cousins or Tom Wilson, who they can all play, but they're all completely out of their minds. They don't know how to make decisions, quick decisions, right decisions. Marchand is also another one.
It's going to be cyclical. It's going to be cyclical. The teams are going to start bringing back one bruiser just for those moments, unless the league starts to do something.
There needs to be somebody like Paul Correa on the Department of Player Safety running that, and not somebody like George Peros, who made a career out of doing everything that these offenders do. I would almost
argue that they shouldn't have any NHL players on that have like complete like people who aren't involved in hockey in the player safety thing. Maybe they'll be able to see it through a different lens or something like that. I don't know, but having NHL players, I don't know, it's not working.
No, but also at the same time, the NHL players that they have put in charge of it are those players that would routinely be suspended should they be playing in the league now.
Which I don't know. Like, how the hell did he get that job?
They're going to side with those people.
I don't know.
Get somebody like, if anything, get both ends. Get a George Peros and a Paul Correa, and then have them collaborate,
discuss
on
things.
But I would say player safety. Get somebody who is, who cares about player safety, and not somebody who made a career out of going out there and knocking guys friggin' lights out and injuring them and barely having enough talent. Granted, I'm obviously a lot more talent than I did, but comparatively in the NHL, barely enough talent to have a sniff in the league. The only thing kept him in the league was his mustache, his fighting
at the time,
fighting ability.
Yeah. Well, if you're gonna be dirty, at least have a soft side like Truba, so there's a legal feature you have to be.
At least be an artist. At least either be an artist or speak German. One of the two.
Yes.
Those are the only two passes to not being evil.
Shrim, I don't know if you saw this, but a few days ago, NHL Edge tracked Braden Point skating 24.15 miles per hour in the third period of the game versus Florida.
Yeah.
It's the fastest recorded speed by any player in the NHL this season.
That boy fast.
Signing for Bone Storm.
He's fast.
Yep.
Signing for Bone Storm.
Oh man, can you imagine?
All right,
means
quickly.
Means you got to cut somebody. Yes.
Yep. I'll cut myself.
The favorite part of
I'll
every
just
manager's job. The cuts.
I just wanted to go over the 32 players select the All-Star game, and then I'll do the trivia and we'll get out of here. Anaheim had Frank Vetrano. He's had a really good year. It's
Can I just say I hate the All-Star game before we start? But go ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
Clayton
Clayton Keller, Arizona. Pasternak, Boston. Rasmus Dahlin, Buffalo. Elias Lindholm, Calgary. Aho, Carolina. Bedard, Chicago. He won't be there now. McKinnon, Boone Jenner. Boone Jenner was a crazy selection for me. I mean, I guess it's a lifetime achievement kind of thing.
Is he going to make it? He's hurt too.
I don't think so. He's hurt too. Yeah, Ottinger, Dallas, DeBrincat, Detroit, McDavid, obviously Reinhart, Talbot for LA Kings, very good for him. Kaprizov, Nick Suzuki, Montreal, Forsberg, Jack Hughes. He won't be there either. Well, he might be there, but we'll see. Barzal, Shesterkin, Panarin was the choice, but he asked to be taken out as his wife's expecting a baby around the All-Star game. Kachuk with Ottawa, Konechny, Philly, Crosby, Pittsburgh, awesome. Hurdle, San Jose, Bjorkstrand, Seattle. That was a cool call with, actually not call, but coach had it Bjorkstrand in and told him to cancel his plans. He's going to the All-Star game. Robert Thomas, St. Louis, Kucherov, Tampa, Austin Matthews, Quinn Hughes, Jack Eichel, Tom Wilson, Washington, biggest piece of crap, and Connor Hellebuck.
Why not Ovechkin? Why not Ovechkin? Why Tom Wilson? And
why does every team have to be represented?
They don't have to be represented.
Infuriating part to me. Like, it's so stupid.
They
just
don't
get the best players.
Yeah, and then and because it's in Toronto, all their dumb fans are going to vote for all Toronto players to play on every single freaking team.
Well, you could also pick most of the Toronto roster to be in an All-Star game. To be
that's
fair.
true as well.
But also
Except
Vancouver. The entirety of Vancouver.
Only the forwards.
Yeah, only the forwards for Toronto.
No
but
one on
defense. Go back to the East versus West freaking format. Don't just all the best players. Not everyone needs to be represented. If your team sucks, your team sucks. You have no all-stars.
If you don't have a player who's having a good season and you're on a shitty team, why should you automatically get somebody into the All-Star game? And somebody who's having a really good season gets left off.
Yeah.
I don't care for
like, it. There should be a random. It doesn't even have to play hockey. Just a random citizen of the city of which the team plays gets voted to the All-Star game and is forced to compete.
Might as well. I would
NHL
much rather watch that than see Tom Wilson in an All-Star game.
You know what? Some of the pre-qualifiers should be the fan in the home building where the All-Star game that yells "shoot" the loudest at the most inopportune time.
So Schwim gets the nod for Tampa.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
I would win that.
Yeah, you would.
There was a reason I wrote this down. This is my trivia question.
You suck.
I forget who it was. Someone had just had 3 goals in one shift this season. I can't remember who it was. But I had trivia. Yeah, who is the fastest? Who scored the fastest 3 goals in NHL history? And can you guess the amount of time it took?
Definitely can't guess the amount of time it took.
No.
I'm going to say it's 56 seconds.
Ooh, very off.
Very off. Less than that?
Higher or lower?
I'll say
21 seconds.
I was going to say like 30
goals.
Seconds or so.
That's got to be in
Bill Mosienko in 1952-53.
And the era
Beliveau,
when goalies were technically a thing.
Yeah. Check out this.
Yeah.
John Beliveau scored 3 goals in 54 seconds. That was all on a power play, and that was when
that's when they had the unlimited power plays.
The unlimited power play time, so they immediately changed the rule that next offseason so that
Montreal just
that's when they stopped it.
Steamrolling everybody on a power play.
Steven, your team was involved with another 2. Derek King scored 3 versus the Pens in 48 seconds. And then Braden Point in 2018, 3 power play goals versus the Pens in one shift. So I think there was actually a 5-on-3, then a 5-on-4. There was another penalty, and he scored again.
I don't remember that. Do you remember
what
that?
year was
that?
In 2018.
2018.
Wow.
The year after their sick. I don't remember that.
Yeah. All right. My
like
trivia question to you guys, the last one. Who has the most game-winning goals in NHL history, and what goaltender is the only goaltender to score a game-winning goal, and who was it? So who has the most power play? Who's the most game-winning goals in NHL history?
Oh God, I just saw this too.
It's one of your boys.
Game-winning goals.
Mario?
No.
Sid?
Ronnie Francis?
It's Yager.
Yeah.
Yager with
Jaeger.
135. He bests Ovechkin by
Nice.
9. Ovechkin's right on his heels, so that's why it was part of a thing. And then what goaltender has the only game-winning goal in NHL history?
Ron Hextall?
Is it also Pittsburgh? Tom Barrasso?
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Chris Osgood.
It would be one Martin Brodeur, but
Brodeur had the
it
game
wasn't
winner.
Brodeur's own goal. He iced the puck, and Brian Boucher, put it in his own net. But it was considered a game-winning goal because it was the last goal scored to win the game. Yep.
That's
Oh
incredible.
gosh.
That's
That's
very
incredible.
good. When I saw that, I was like, really? That has to be the way it was gone. So, very good. You guys got anything else?
I'm one of the few goalies to have scored. In fact, I might be one of the only goalies that I know that has scored at Inline Morristown.
I love it.
I might hold that record.
I have not yet. I will score a goal from playing goal. That is my goal.
I mean, I had some help, but I scored. On the score sheet is all that counts, right?
It
that's
should,
true.
yeah, it is. It's all that counts, but
All right. The
I'm definitely
outro.
going to do it.
The outro music is on. I don't know why it's not playing, but my beer. This is just great. Churro, solid 4.25.
Nice.
My short guy. What were you drinking today? By the way, I don't even think we
What
know.
are you drinking?
Oh, like Schwim.
Yeah, cheers, guy.
buddy. Cheers.
Short guy, you know what I'm drinking?
Short guy,
I'll
where's
show
mine?
you.
Pentux. You're Anchor
Get
Brew.
tomorrow? Yeah,
Are you coming to? Well, I'm not going to be at the rink tomorrow.
I'll be there tomorrow. Oh, all right.
I'm not. I've
This
got a
actually
bunch of beer
was-
for you though.
Pretty
meet
enjoyable,
up.
to be honest. It got better as it went around.
Nice.
We'll chat about obviously this weekend. The Dean celebrates his birthday tomorrow, but
Yes, he
gonna
does.
Happy
enjoy some
birthday,
festivities
William
on
Dean.
The
Saturday.
Dean.
Happy birthday, William.
The Dean. All right.
The
Yep.
Dean.
See, there's the music.
Oh,
there it is.
Oh, there it is.
Hey.
All right,
Nice.
Shrim, take her home.
Send us out. All right. I was gonna wish you a happy birthday and a belated happy New Year to everybody. But yeah, happy birthday, Deanie guy. We love you.
Appreciate it.
Happy
I'm
birthday,
almost as
guys.
old as you
Cheers.
guys. See you guys.
Yes,
You're
You are
catching up
as
to
old as
us. You're almost there, guy. You're almost there.